All right, you're listening to episode 8 of the Bachelor podcast. Loud music is coming real soon.
Welcome to the Bachelor podcast, a show about everything but nothing at the same time. Two guys that took jobs away from their families and living the Bachelor lifestyle.
All right, this is the Ocho, episode Ocho.
That's right, 8, baby.
Yeah, it feels like, what is that, ESPN, the Ocho? I mean,
it's very similar.
I feel like we have made it now to the milestone episode 8.
I thought I'd be excited about 10, but I'm more excited about episode Ocho.
Yeah, because like, what, DS? That's, Ocho's like 10 times better. So anyways, we got a lot of feedback over the weekend. Well, I did.
Do tell, because I kept looking for suggestions on the book, and I got zilch.
Well, yeah. Pretty much they just said, your audio sucks. Or I was even at the doctor's appointment Monday. I had an MRI, and they're like, what is this thing that's on your Facebook? I ran into a guy that works up there at the hospital and stuff. So he's like, what is this? And I was like, well, it's a show about nothing, really. We're just kind of stupid.
Yeah, and we got some extra attention at Boat Town Brewing this weekend when some certain people just published it to everybody. And then at the end of work the other day, I was having a last powwow with some of the guys I work with because it's my last, time with them. And they announced all of that to about 50% of the people I work with.
Is this the same person that kept calling it a radio show?
A radio show, yeah.
What do you talk about on your radio show? I'm like, it's not a radio show. It's
you had to show him what the podcast button was.
We've had to show a lot of people what the podcast button is. I guess just nobody knows anything about podcasts.
If anything that comes out of this, we show people an app on their phone that they had no idea what it was or about.
That is true. But we had a pretty busy weekend, worked all weekend. I'll tell you what, it was a quick turnaround.
Speaking of working all weekend, the best part was having Monday off.
No,
by far.
Because I had to turn around and come back Tuesday morning, and it was horrible.
I kept thinking, man, it's Saturday. This is great. And then I'm like, crap, it's Monday. I got to go back to work tomorrow. But, so speaking of the weekend, I got a friend, works in the same business. I call him this morning to try to tie up some loose ends before I get in, and I'm out and I'm needing something done. And he's always this way. He's always upbeat. Sometimes it drives me crazy because I'm not always that way. He asked me the stupid question of the day.
Okay, go ahead with that.
How was your weekend?
Well, I can't say words. It was crappy.
Yeah. And I said, what do you think?
Anytime we work on the weekend, it's crappy, especially for like us because we're busy on the weekends.
It's nonstop. I put in 2 16-hour days back to back.
They keep coming to you all the time and wanting stuff.
Yeah.
So either way, I worked a different job for the most part. Friday and Saturday was considered our weekend, and then we had Sunday as well. So I did my normal job on Sunday, so Monday I went to go get an MRI.
How'd that go? What's the verdict?
I got a call on the way home from work today, and she said that I had a full anterior tear on my labrum. So I don't know what that means.
Did you Google it? Did you go to...
I went to WebMD.
Yeah,
apparently I'm dying. I have testicular cancer as well.
And a hemorrhoid, I think.
Yes. So don't do that. It's never good when you go to WebMD, try to self-diagnose yourself. Diagnose.
Did she say surgery? Did we do
she's
therapy?
She's just a primary care provider. She kind of hinted towards surgery. So I immediately got off the phone and I called my wife. And I was like, well, you're going to have to take care of me.
I'm dying.
She pretty much said, you're on your own, or you should call your mother.
So is it your right or left hand arm?
Or it's my left shoulder, the labrum or whatever.
'Cause
I don't know.
have you ever, tried to clean yourself with your arm you're not used to? Like, you ever had a broken right arm and then had to go to the bathroom and use your other hand to...
Well, I mean, I broke my collarbone twice, but I was too young to even remember what that was. So,
Well, and folks, if you're hearing some different noises tonight, just so you know, this is a remote location. We had to pick up everything and travel more than just up the hill to put this.
Yes, this is a top
podcast on.
secret recording location, so we will not be recording video.
It's actually like what a studio would be like, minus the windows.
That is true. So we will not be having a YouTube video. We're not recording. It didn't matter anyways because it's not like White can really get the video working ever. He's like, oh yeah, I got it figured out this time. Died again. So yeah, I like to put.
Why you got to bring up old stuff? Hey,
it was last week.
This is the Ocho, not the C8
This
day.
is episode Ocho. Diez.
So. When do you find out whether it's surgery, therapy?
Well, I have to go to a orthopedic person, I think. It's either orthopedic or pediatric. I don't really know which one. I feel like it might be orthopedic.
I'm pretty sure it's not pediatric.
I'm considered a child.
You might have to go to the nose, throat, and mouth doctor or some foot doctor.
I'll tell you what, I'm not really going to go in depth what I was doing today, but I would sit down with fellow coworkers and go over the family members and stuff. And I was like, well, I was going through the records and I would say something about their birth certificate. And I was like, I see that you have 3 children here, one born in 2008, 2007, and 1979. And they're like, especially the females, she's like, yep, he's a child. So one of our fellow coworkers, she got a pretty good kick out of that, but it's a very long day going through that.
So did you do that again today?
No, that was just over the weekend, so I'm glad to get all that done. Pretty much none of my systems worked today. I did figure out how to mail something, though, so that is good. I'm making strides.
Well, enough about the boring work day. There's nothing good about to talk about.
No,
except for going to Boat Town Brewing
that
Saturday night.
Yeah, huge. Since it's election day, huge. Huge. Shout out to Boat Town Brewing.
Yeah, if you're in Missouri along the I-44,
it's Phillipsburg.
Yeah, Phillipsburg, Missouri. It's a little bitty place. It's got good food and it's a microbrew. I think they got flavors for everybody.
Yeah, they got your your little what is that, IPA?
No, it's not an IPA.
It's like the white girl's version of a pumpkin spice. So,
it's called seasonal and it doesn't have pumpkin.
Well, yeah, but it's the same thing. You know how white girls like pumpkin spice? Yeah.
Okay.
It's like the white guys.
Okay, I see where you're going with that.
Yeah.
And what do you like to drink?
Mead. A lot of it. I actually picked up a crowler, which is what they call it.
Yeah, we need to post that video so everyone gets to see that.
I picked up a crowler for another coworker. I don't know. He might listen to this, but it's already gone.
Whoops.
I drank it because I was supposed to give it to him, and he left before I gave it to him. So,
well, I was supposed to take one home, and it's still sitting in my refrigerator, so I may have an early Boat Town Brewing experience this week.
I'm gonna try to stay away from that. There are frichos, which is fries with nachos. Yeah, I don't know what the calorie count on those are, but I've been trying to cut back. So today, at about 5:00, I had break time pizza, and I was gonna eat healthy, and then today's Taco Tuesday, so I went to Mexican.
So you brought a very important thing that's today, Tuesday, November 6th, voting day.
That is true.
And we had a discussion yesterday that I pretty much said I'm done. But you then in return, well, I figured we'd get to 10 episodes, but if you say so, we're done. We're done. I'm like, no, not the podcast. I was just done talking to you. So, not that you're not voting. You that's a decision that you made, and that's obviously your choice. But you're not even registered.
It's your right to vote, and I choose not to.
You're not even registered to vote. Why?
I got called a communist 5 times today.
Why are you not registered? Why do you choose not to register to vote? What's your reason?
I think it was, and I don't even know if this is true or not, but I was told that if you register to vote, you get put on jury duty. So
this is your ploy to not ever be on jury duty.
Now, granted, I could have, let's see, what is it? Almost, you start voting at 18, 28, that's 10, 2.
Oh, God, I was doing math.
2,
carry
4,
the 6.
carry the 6. So, registered voter, I could have been voting for the last 16 years. I did not. So.
You didn't answer the question.
What?
Oh, I guess you did. It's just so you don't get jury duty.
Well, I don't even know if that's true. That's just what I've always been told. So that's what we're going to go with. So either way. Well, so I stole this question of the day, or would you rather, I guess is what it is. I stole it off another podcast. So shout out to Sore Losers. We are not trying to steal your stuff, but it was a really good one, I thought, with all the holidays coming up. Would you rather not be able to eat Halloween candy on Halloween, or I don't know if it's called Thanksgiving food on Thanksgiving?
Oh, I could definitely go without eating candy on Halloween.
I feel like that's the best one.
No, man, the pumpkin pie.
I don't do pumpkin pie. I mean, I eat turkey, and I'm a bit of a potato fan. A little bit.
An understatement.
So, I mean, I'll dabble in the mashed potatoes and gravy, but I'm not a stuffing fan.
You don't seem like a big candy fiend. Like, you got to have your candy.
I mean, if there's one of those Reese's, like not the regular Reese's, but like the Christmas trees or the pumpkins.
Oh yeah,
those are my jam.
Those are the bomb.
There's one, or I stopped at the gas station the other day, and he's like, "Well, the king size Reese's is cheaper." I was like, "Yeah, but they don't taste as good." So
this is true.
I'm getting. I think it was a Christmas tree, which I don't know why it's out yet or not. But
well, did the kids bring home a lot of candy?
I couldn't even tell you. I don't really know. The oldest one didn't go trick or treating. I know that. So mine did, and they did all right. It wasn't a, no. Oh, what's the word I'm looking for? No, they didn't come home with a huge bag of candy, but they came home with some. But the cherry on top for me was my wife had my truck for the week, and I was driving hers, so she had taken the kids out trick-or-treating in my truck. And in the back, I found my favorite candy bar that's about 1 foot long and 6 inches wide. It's Reese's in a bar. Like Reese's cups in a bar, and you break each individual piece. Like, the caramel. What is this sorcery you speak of?
Oh, my God. It was so good. I almost ate the whole thing.
My new favorite thing is the Butterfinger peanut butter cups.
You like them? Yeah. I'm a big fan of Butterfingers, but I don't know.
Yeah, my wife hates them, but I don't know. I mean, they're not Reese's peanut butter cups, but I feel like they put up a good fight, And
the Reese's, it's hard to beat a good Reese's.
But either way, let's continue on since we're about halfway through this podcast.
All right. So we chose a book. And you jumped on board and you're reading the same book, or at least last week you were. I don't know if you contended that or stopped it.
I'm a little behind, if I had to be honest. By behind, I mean, I think I'm at, is it called the preface? I think?
Mm-hmm.
Or the facade. I don't know.
Well,
the first part after the other part. So
with the weekend being so busy, I didn't do much reading this weekend. And yesterday I did a bunch of stuff around the house that I hadn't been able to do. So Well, the book we chose is Extreme Ownership. That was one of the three that was on the list, and that's what we went with basically on one reason why we chose that book over the rest.
It had a pretty cover, and I like pretty things.
Yeah. So it was based on the cover, and that's what we went with.
I actually got yelled at over that book because I was told, oh, no, you need to read this other book series, which is called Shadow Fever, which I'm pretty sure it's another vampire / some kind of, I don't know.
Isn't that your jam?
It is, but I just don't have time to read right now. I have a lot of stuff going on. I'm trying to write a book.
We've started the book?
Huh? No. Well,
just formulating in your mind.
Brainstorming, I wrote a few things down.
Did you really?
Oh, yeah.
That's awesome.
I don't know. It probably won't ever come to happen, but, who doesn't want to read it
somewhere?
Who doesn't want to, and it could completely change by the time I get done with it, but who doesn't want to read a self-help book from a narcissist? So it should be interesting. Either way, we did have homework this week.
We did.
And we took the Myers-Briggs personality test, or as I like to call it, the Briggs and Stratton, which I'm pretty sure is a motor.
Yeah,
but
that's exactly what it is.
So I've taken this. This is the fourth time I've taken this. First time I got something completely different. I was told by Cindy that I am not an INTJ, but it's pretty much 16 personalities that, and there's 4 combinations of 4 letters, and I think it's total 16 personalities. And pretty much to give you a little backstory, there's like I's and E's. So, and then I don't really know everything, but if it starts with an I, it's an introvert, and it starts with an E, it's an extrovert. So I got the ESTJA, or I feel like ESTJ, which is what I got the last 3 times that I took it. But pretty much I'm called the executive. I like to... I'm the representative of tradition and order, which I don't know if that's 100% true. I feel like most of these are narcissists, but
are you just hoping you're a narcissist because you like to say it, or?
I couldn't say it at first when I first got called it. I was actually a girl that was going through whatever, physician's assistant. I guess she was learning about personalities, and she sent me narcissist one time. It was like a PowerPoint printout, and she goes, "This is you," and I guess that's what I've always been called a little bit. But I mean, it goes really in depth. But anyone worth their salt sticks up for what they believe in is right. So pretty much, I have very strong feelings towards what I believe in, I guess.
I'd say that's right.
But I think the cool part is see what other ones are you. So like people that are executives as well, which I don't know the first one, Sonia Sotomayor. Do you know who that is?
No, I don't.
I don't know. John D. Rockefeller, Judge Judy. I like that. She kind of tells what's up. And then Frank Sinatra, Lyndon B. Johnson, kind of like Landon B. Pummel. I think that's, Sarah Michelle Gellar, Buffy. And then Dwight Schrute. I don't really like the Dwight Schrute one off The Office. I think that's, and I don't watch Modern Family, but Claire Dunphy and stuff like that. But you got, let's see here if I can pull it up. You got ESFJ, which is the consul. And you are an extrovert too. I don't know if I fully agree with that. I think you can be introverted at times. Probably too much Boat Town Brewing makes you more extroverted, I would say.
Oh, this cracks me up. So I'm reading the first couple lines of what it means, and it's people who share the consul personality type are, for lack of a better word, popular, which makes sense given that it's also very common personality type. In high school, consuls are popular. Or what? I lost it.
In high schools, consoles are the cheerleaders and quarterbacks setting the tone. I mean, you weren't no quarterback because maybe you're not 6'2", but you played what? I'm guessing catcher.
Yeah, I caught, but who cares? And then down at the bottom, I mean, I haven't got to read all of it because I just took this.
Yeah,
5 minutes before we started
You
this
are
thing.
horrible at doing your homework.
No, but consoles you may know, Bill Clinton and Taylor Swift.
I like the Bill Clinton one. Taylor Swift, I don't really know too much about her.
Jennifer Garner, Steve Harvey,
Oh, Danny
Glover, Jennifer Lopez,
J-Lo,
Sally Fields,
and Tyra
Banks, Sansa Stark. I guess she's a Game of Thrones.
Yeah, she's Game of Thrones.
Dean Winchester, Monica from Friends, Carmela Soprano, another Game of Thrones,
Cersei Lannister. I knew you weren't going to get that.
Jack Shepherd,
I don't watch Lost.
Larry Bloom,
That's Jason Biggs' character, I think, on Orange is the New Black.
and Mrs. Hudson from Sherlock Holmes series.
Yeah. I don't know too much about it, but these are definitely interesting if you sit there and read and you learn the personalities. Anybody that works in an office environment and is in charge of people, I would suggest taking these because I've never really got too much into it, but
Well, there's one part in here. It's under respecting the wisdom of leadership. They take seriously their responsibility to help and do the right thing.
do you think that's you? That's very narcissistic of you.
I think that I do. I like doing the right thing. I don't.
I like looking at the weaknesses. So console, worried about their social status. Ooh.
I don't think that's me at all.
Inflexible. Ooh.
Where do you see those at?
I think it's on the second page. Vulnerable to criticism.
Yep.
You often too needy. That you are. You might be the neediest person in the whole world.
Is that on yours too? Because I feel like you're needy.
No.
Yeah.
If I tell you to be somewhere, I expect you to be there. It's called respect.
Listen, when I'm with the family, I cannot control the speed at which my
I think the
wife
family
leaves.
is part of the reason why you're late. So, too selfless. Yeah, man. Let's go over my strengths. You know, that seems like that would be, your weaknesses, my strengths.
Exactly.
Dedicated, strong-willed, direct and honest. I will have to say and this is not just me, I would say I'm very direct and honest. So,
Yeah, you nailed that one on the head.
But-
Sometimes too much.
sometimes you got to tell people if they're stupid.
Yeah, but the key word is sometimes. There is no sometimes in yours. It's all the time.
I'm just trying to keep people honest around here. But loyal, patient. I don't think I'm patient. Reliable. I mean,
You're pretty reliable. I'll give you that.
I won't. Enjoy creating order. Chaos makes things unpredictable, and unpredictable things can't be trusted when they are needed most. I don't know. I kind of like chaos. I'm definitely really big into chaos, but excellent organizers. I'll go for that. So I don't know. These things are really kind of cool. Like I said, have your people take it. It actually kind of points out, and have them take it a few times. So, space it out a little bit to see if they're actually switching. But I wasn't really into this whole thing, but the more you read into it, you get really kind of an understanding of who you're working with.
So, have you had anybody in your current shop do this, or?
No, the guy I work with would not do this to save his life. And the other one, well, yeah, you know him.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, I think it'd be good to know what his is, though.
yeah, but I really don't. I mean, they don't really work for me, so I don't have too many dealings with them for the most part. But Yeah, that's definitely something more interesting that you can go into and stuff. Also, I want to point out a few feedbacks. We're going to switch up because I think we're done talking about that.
Yeah, go ahead. What's up?
I wanted to point out, we'll just call him Ernie
Okay.
because that's his name.
Should we call him Bert instead?
Yeah, let's go with Bert.
Okay.
I guess he started listening to our podcast, which I think is kind of funny because he's not really the type. But he asked me if I was going to ever talk about anything interesting on the podcast.
Ouch.
Which hurt me a little bit.
Dang.
So I want to throw a little
mean.
stab in there. He's a Raiders fan, so you would think he would be used to disappointment. Especially this year. It's pretty rough.
You better be careful because you know there's another Raiders fans that listens to this podcast.
You know, Baloo. So, yeah, I was the one that called him Baloo. He's not my supervisor right now, so I'm safe. Can't do nothing to me.
For now.
So,
what other feedback did you get besides the interesting thing?
well, I did get reached out on the audio. I guess there's a guy that the girl I was working with over the weekend, her husband, who is also in our organization, he does audio cleanup and stuff, and I'm like, no, we're good. You know, we probably do, but let's face it, we don't really have the budget.
That's the whole part of this. I mean, we're on the go. We're in campers. It's not going to sound great.
No, it's not. But I don't know. There's times where I think, we got it loud enough. And then we don't.
No.
So,
it's a work in progress.
Well, I want to say episode 1 was horrible. 2 through 4 were great. And then everything since then, maybe it was 5, 6, 7. I don't know. Yeah, they weren't very good. But I think, what else we got to talk about?
So that's the two. Are we going to talk about anything interesting? And then the audio. That's it?
Yeah, but I was really surprised I ran into a few of our old colleagues in one of our old places that we used to work at. They listened to it. Mostly probably because they know both of us.
Yeah.
So they were on a bus, I guess, the other day, and I guess they were playing it over the loudspeaker. What do we call him?
I don't know which one you're talking about. Bob?
Bob.
Oh,
Bob Keep.
Bob? The original, the first fan that reached out and said, I'm a subscriber.
I know we had a different name for him, but I can't think what it is. Either way, so he reached out again. You know, he's like, good job and stuff. And I guess he's up in Alaska now.
Oh, really? No, I did not
works
know
for,
he's
I think he's an electrician up there. So he comes back to Missouri every month to work. So that's got to suck. But I don't know.
So now we got somebody in Alaska listening to us?
I guess so, yeah. We have all kinds of people listening to us from different locations.
I mean, saying that, we appreciate everyone spreading the word, even if it's spread right in front of you and you really don't want to listen to someone talk about it. It's still appreciated.
I like people talking about me, so I'm good with
that. Yeah,
you
good or bad, as long as you're the center of attention, you don't care. And even when you're not, I've always noticed this about you. If you're not in the midst of a conversation, if it's something that you're not really into or whatever, you'll bring something up just so you can get in the conversation and be back to the point.
I don't really know what you're talking about.
You know exactly.
Either way, we have 700.
And if we're not picking on you, you're not happy.
Okay, we done?
Are we?
Okay. Either way, we have just some rough numbers, which I don't know how accurate these are, but we have a total of 719. Top episode is episode 3, Women's Fishing. 138 plays.
Well,
we didn't do very good on episode 7.
No?
No. We're we're half of what every other episode is. So I don't know.
Maybe it was just a busy week for most people. I guess we'll find out. The goal is to get the newest one out to get 100 listens.
That is a goal. No, I thought it was 50.
Before we record again. No, it's 100. We've already hit 50.
Yeah. Well, I was going to say we're over 50 now. But either way, some of the top countries.
Yeah, go ahead.
The top country is the United States at 613 plays. But we got Mexico, Spain, Canada, Brazil.
Are we still in Sweden?
Turkey, Dominican Republic, Pakistan. That one worries me a little bit. I don't know. Yeah, United Kingdom, Sweden,
Yes.
Egypt, Nicaragua.
Oh. Yeah.
Nicaragua.
Must have been your Spanish in episode Trace.
I don't even know where that is. Nicaragua. I can't say that. India, Russian Federation. Uh-oh.
Whoops.
Germany, Romania, Italy, Hungary.
That's
Yeah,
probably
it
because
just
you
keeps
talked
going on.
about the new Rocky.
Oh, Qatar. That's cool. One listen. Top cities. Pretty much Columbia is leading the pack in Chicago.
Dang.
I don't really know where this Chicago comes from.
Hey, we
And
appreciate
View.
you.
Mountain View. I don't know where that is.
I don't know, but that kind of wraps up this evening. It's been fun doing it in a different location. I know you came in spent, tired, but you pulled through.
I usually do. But either way, like, subscribe,
Share.
comment. Please comment. Nobody comments besides myself.
We're on Facebook and also at the Geo Bachelors on Instagram.
And we will probably be doing just an audio only on YouTube this week. So, one more thing that I forgot to put out. We have what do they call it on Facebook? We do have a Facebook. We promoted one of our posts. And there is a whole bunch of views, but no clicks. So good thing I got some free credit from Facebook, because if I would have paid for this, I would have been mad. Either way. So let's see. I guess we're signing out.
This is it.
All right. Ready?
Ocho in the books.
Ready?
1, 2,
oh my gosh, you're
3.
so far away. Ow. That's my left shoulder. I'm done.
Have a good night, folks.